12:29. Um, 12:26. 12:27, I think. Okay, this is a bid at 64.25. It's 5:53 a.m., so the market's a bit slow. I pull the bid. It's a reversion trade. It should realistically be up by 64.75 or 64.50. It's good that I pulled the ask. That's a good long from there. And I scratched too early and flipped. I did this morning. 12:31:25. Yes, notes. 12:29:25. Yes, review notes. Okay. So, I'm gonna write that down as overthinking and flipping on overthinking and flipping. Something like losing the forest for the trees. Other than that, 558. Good long, good RPB long, SL2 tight. And then I pulled, let's see why I threw 62s. 62.75. Notice how we're sitting at 62.50, which is on the lower end of the distribution, and we are not moving up. Then we move up shortly 62.75 and 63, and then we get back down to 62.50, meaning the value is shifting lower, probably down to around 61.50 or the LVN 61 evens. Price breaks lower. I'm going to write that down. Good short because scared. And then we get down to 61.25. And we rally back into the value area. I flip long, and there's an immediate response from sellers. I have to review that trade. 63.50, 63.25. just trying to play the value areas now. Notice how value has been up at 63.75 at VPOC. So this is an incorrect fade trade, and I think it's further confirmed by the fact that we held above 63.25 for longer than normal. Then we get down to 62.75 and we flip, and then price breaks down, and we hold 62.50. Then we see a response from 62.25 to the upside, and there are buyers there on the inside prints, 10 and 21, and there's also a thickened queue on the buy side. I still believe in that long trade. Now I don't because we came below 62.50 and I got stopped out. This is a flip short, which I agree with because my back is at the edge of the larger distribution and we're going into the LVN thin spot. I still agree with this short as long as they stay below 61 evens, which they didn't, which was a great place to get out. I missed the 2-3 tick jump. I wrote down verbalize because it's easier to watch the market when I'm talking to myself. If I don't talk to myself, like in my head or out loud, I miss things and I also become disinterested. There's a bid at 62 even, which is a standard reversion trade, which I agree with. And then we see them throw it up on tape between 62.50 and 63 evens on inside prints. This breakout trade I don't agree with. 636 VPOR breakout trade at VPOC. That was just giving away money for free. Okay, fine. I have to watch the entry for this now. I'm probably continuing the 64.25 trade because value held up there long enough for me to throw a log in. Value held up there long enough for me to throw a long in. Yeah. This is a great breakout trade. I think I remember this. Yeah. That makes me really happy because I wrote about it right here. Position here, don't position here. And that's exactly what I did. We got in at around here. Yeah. I have to mark that. 641. Great trade. Now let's watch the exit. 62. There's nothing on the sell side, which tells me sellers are losing. Now there is, but notice how it takes a minute for them to fill the queue again. So people are getting liquidated, and the market's jumping higher because people are getting liquidated. I got out too early, and the active participant on sell side can't keep up. I think we go probably 65, 75 as long as that keeps up. And then we see a build of a value there, 64.75, and then it jumps, right? So I just cut this too early. Then we get into 65.75, and we hold 66 evens as a floor. I have to watch it jump again. Let me mute. Boom, right? Tape spams, meaning people got liquidated. great. And then we lose 66. So we're probably going back down to 64. See some more participation in the tape here. I'm looking for 65.50 now for that to hold to the downside. Then we get above it. We're at 66. We're going back up. We stop at 66.25. I think I walk away from this. I walk away from trades because I'm scared. I think, wow, I'm so good. It's a mental confirmation bias. How do I explain this to you? So when I'm winning, I'm incentivized to trade less, and when I'm losing, I'm incentivized to trade more, and this creates a self-destructive pattern and also stumps growth because I'm not trading, and the only way to be better at trading is, for the most part, to review and trade. That's why today I don't have it anymore. Today I wrote outcome independence. I'm just going to try to cram looking at the market into every aspect of my life. So I walk away here and I probably go to bed because I'm lazy. Because I'm lazy and I like being poor, right? We run high of day. This is another good trade, I think. And I think I cut too early. My stop is below low of day. I get antsy and put this unnecessary stop at 57.50. And they blow out low of day. I get long again. Now, they blew out low of day. Buyers stepped in on low volume and they're running it in the opposite direction. Let me make sure I'm not muted again. Okay. That tells me this move comes after low of day is ran, where we run in the opposite direction. Buyers step in after people are liquidated. So if you see buyers step in after the low of day moves, it's probably going to be a unidirectional move to the upside. I learned that here today, and then I traded it the day after. And then we hit a ceiling at 61 evens. And we sell off back into the LVN. And then the edge of the distribution, 58.75. Notice how we come down 4 ticks lower to 57.75. And then rally. This is a good trade, so I have to watch it. 62, ceiling. Okay. 62 evens. And then we break down on aggressive selling. People getting stopped out between 61 and I have to watch that again. We come up to 62 evens. It looks like tape slows down. There's 12 on the inside prints, buy side. 61.75. We're at 11 now. 8, 5, 3, 2. And they immediately slam it down. The ask thickens up a little bit, and they launch an attack now. They hold 10s on the ask, 18 on buy side, 19 now on buy side, so the volume is thickening up on both sides. Then buyers thicken up, which is bullish. Sellers thicken up and buyers go away. And it looks like they're just holding the ask. Now we ladder lower. It's very easy for sellers to move prices lower, and then somebody gets liquidated, I think, because of how fast the inside prints hit on the tape for 3 ticks, so it was probably a large order. And so I really got lucky there, unless I knew that 61 was going to be the stopping point beforehand. And then I tried to catch a bid here. And then I immediately notice that trade is losing at 60.25 and get out. Let me 55 from 7 o'clock. 7 p.m. This is the PM session. Oh yeah. Okay, they're holding 52.25s and values previously established in this LVN, which is good. I'm just looking for a tick down now. There's a bunch of liquidity on the buy side that I want them to hit as they drain, maybe down to 51s, which they do. They kind of, and then buyers bid it up at 51.25s, and we come back to 52s. So if 52s were to break, bull side, I'd look for a long, and it looks like they're getting ready to go, which is why I flip. Okay, so just in that, all right, just in that is 2 winning trades off of the same level. Got out at 51.25 because been around 51.25. So the entry should have been in the LVN, and it wasn't. And then I run away, presumably, and I bid a short. Values up here. We come down to a floor, so I take a poor breakout trade. 7:36 p.m. 7:36 p.m. session. Repeating. Poor trade, being absent from the market. Then punting, and the other one was a flip, and the other one was an overthinking or thinking flip. Even now, I'm not so sure about this. Right? Well, they're holding the ceiling now, and they lose it. The moment I lose it, I give myself about a 2 ticks of room, which is great. And then I flip long at the high, and I don't give myself enough room to get out. 742 question mark. We come down and hold this as a floor, so it was a misread. 742 misread of market. Meant been a long as price lower before it stopped at key area. Yeah, and then it rallies back towards VPOC. I get long off of a plunge here of a liquidity buy side. 752 all plunge market too slow for type of trade. And then it slowly breaks down before it bids up at 5150. And I think we still hold 5150, yeah, and then it breaks down. We go down to low of day, and stops get ran. And I try to chase them, and I succeed with a tight stop. And that only makes me lose one tick. P&L $100, negative $100.